GM. We're live. Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day on Pod Advancement Wednesday. I hope your pod luck is in your favor. Hope you get some nice soft pods here for your teams that are advancing. Chris Burkle, good morning. Candles. Hey, good morning to you, Chris. I hope you're having a great one. I hope the haircut yesterday came out good. Appreciate you so much, Chris, for coming by, bailing out to a full Detroit stack. Worst case, it's 100%. I mean, so many of our teams are just going to have the wrong combos, aren't going to make it. Why not risk it there? So I hope you like your Detroit team. Best of luck there. I like the Detroit stuff. Again, now is the time. Now is the time to do it. Yeah, Go Easy Cards noting something true. Two friends of the show, Gunnar Ross and Purple Yosh, alive in the Eliminator. Crazy stuff. So glad that it happened to two of the really good ones. I mean, two really nice guys. Yeah, best of luck to them. I hope they meet in the finals, not this week, because I imagine those pods are going to advance. But incredible stuff from Gunnar Ross and Yoshi. Really couldn't have happened to two of the nicer people. So we will continue to pull for them. So yeah, I mean, man, 50K. That's why we do it. That's why we do it. But that's awesome to hear, Chris. Yeah, it is huge for them. Steven, GM to you. Hope you're having a great day. Just thinking through on the news front, I don't think we had too much yesterday that's really going to be impacting the slate kind of moving forward. So I guess, today we'll get injury reports. I fully expect some weirdness, teams getting eliminated from the playoffs. You never know who's going to crop up. So just keep an eye on that, especially for those of you in your home leagues. You might get some chances to pick up some backups. You never know, especially with running backs. Things can get a little squirrely this time of year. So, people also tend to get a little lazy. I think it can often be kind of a lazy week for people. But, for those of you, my home league, I have one home league I really care about. I'm in a few. The one I truly care about, I got eliminated. I would have survived if I had started T-Law over Brock Purdy. Yes, I was carrying two quarterbacks like a fish. Yes, I chose the wrong one, but I'm out of my league. I won last year, but so my home league stuff is pretty much wound down. But for those of you still in it, make sure you push through to the finish. So yesterday, it took them a while to get some of these contests up, but the BR, we could just hop in a 6-person BR, warm up with that. Hopefully we're not in developer mode. Not in developer mode, but we are having location errors, so that's fun. So let me see if I open it in another tab. Hold on. Maybe we can actually enter and not have to do it on a location error. Someone once told me how to fix this, and I don't remember. My goodness. Hold on. I'm trying to do this so I don't have to enter on my phone, because I feel like that's kind of, I just don't love doing that, but nope. All right, I got to do it on my phone. So here we go. I'm going to be joining a BR once I can open the app and do that, but appreciate all of you. Appreciate you putting up with these technical hurdles. This one, though, is not really my fault. All right, and it's snap filled. So we are in a main BR. We can chat through these. It doesn't look like we got anyone I recognize in the room, but if you're in here, let me know. Rojas619, though. I don't know why that name is vaguely familiar. It's like someone who may have popped by before, but we will see. We will see what we can get here. All right. Oh, we got to catch up a chat here. Caitlin Clark, MVP. Good morning. Hope you're having a great one. Good morning. Thanks for the streams. Keep the morning routine more. Yeah, me fumbling on my phone to enter contest, but no, we'll try to keep things a little better than that. But appreciate you so much, Caitlin Clark. Hope you're having a great start to your day. Go Easy Cards. Haven't decided if Arizona or Miami's had a worse NFL season. I feel like Miami for sure. Because Arizona, you've had some fun. Like the Brissett stuff, you're not winning, but at least you're highly fantasy relevant. The Dolphin season has just been disappointment after disappointment. I mean, starting out 1-6, like it's just brutal. There was just never any hope. And then we got hot late for no reason. I don't really. I think the Dolphin season is inarguably worse. And I think now you guys know you're going to move on from Kyler. I hope the Dolphins make the same choice with Tua because it's so killer. I think, you know what? Let's do a Bijan team. We'll do a Bijan team. Speaking of that, go AZ Cards. We're gonna pick on your Cardinals here. Greg says GM Candles and the boys hope yes. Pod luck is king right now. So best of luck getting some teams through. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, exactly, Greg. Greg, fellow Dolphins fan, agrees. The Dolphin season way worse. Brian the Goober, hey, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day. Make sure to hit the like. Absolutely. Brian the Goober appearing famously on G for Gumby streams. We need those back. We need those in our lives. If you don't subscribe to G for Gumby's channel, though, you absolutely should. They tend to stream in the evening, so they make a nice, bookend to the day. If you start the day here, Brian the Goober and G for Gumby will take you home. But appreciate you so much, Brian. Michael Wilson's Waddle going down in the last drive, and then deciding if he wanted to play hurt enough, and then just walking around. Woof, that was killer. That was so killer because he was out there at the end of the game, but it was the Darren Waller and Greg Dulcich show. I don't know, man. This is bad. Hartman, GM to you. Hope you're having a great one. Good morning to you, Hartman. Thomas Awad, GM. Hey, hope you're having a good morning, Thomas over there. Likewise, Knight. Good morning to you. Appreciate you coming in. We got Bijan. I'll pull the board up so people can see what's going on. Justin Herbert at 5 to the no Badger. So we are, we'll see what he does. We're obviously, you're kind of in tossed draft watch, but I think once he takes James Cook, we're probably marked safe from that. A little bit weird of a pick, but you got to let people make their own mistakes. Josh Allen at the 9. So let's see what the room's going to give us. Doesn't look like any massive ADP value. We got CeeDee Lamb, Nico. We'll probably take one of these running backs depending on what the room hands to us. Chris says Javonte goes. So, Jameson Williams goes. So do we want CeeDee or Nico? I think my preference, honestly, is Nico, especially with the running game in Houston, might be like Jawar Jordan. That said, I don't want to be totally out on Lamb. It's a little ADP value. There's a chance that this drafter builds something else. I mean, we'll see. So Nico might come to us. If not, it's okay. We'll figure something else out. I also really like Michael Wilson. Opens up Brissett, creates a game stack here. So we got some options. Chris says the guy who scored 208 in week 15 lost his BBM ticket. Yeah, that's killer. That is so killer. Brian says wedding planning, getting married on 12/29 has been consuming lack of... Well, that's a good reason. We'll give you a pass on that, getting married. Congratulations, Brian the Goober. That is fantastic. So, it's excused absence. All right, we'll take Nico. We'll do Lamb Nico. That might be kind of hard to get, right? I mean, this is good. This is good. I'm happy with that. We'll see how we decide to land the plane. I'm not super enamored with Stroud. Dak is fine. Where does Dak go? So Dak is actually the next QB off the board, interestingly enough. I'm surprised Dak is QB3. So we'll see. We may have to take him there. As far as running backs, I don't have to worry about CF Fitzy taking one. So we could potentially go Dak and then a running back, assuming we get Dak back to us. This drafter Kirby is very likely to take Goff. And if Spartan Operator ends up taking Brissett, there's a world where we could try to push Dak to the last round, just assuming rational drafting. Although, with Javonte, you do see people do weird stuff. So we'll just keep an eye on things. We'll stay flexible. Waddle to the Waddle Suite. Yes, the blue medical tent. You might as well just paint a giant penguin on it. Go AZ Cards, Brian. Enjoy the last weeks of freedom. Now, we're very excited for you, Brian. Absolutely. Chris says Congrats on advance. Being married to a good woman is the best present. 100%. 100%, Chris. So that is the biggest, it's honestly the most important decision you'll ever make, because you literally spend the rest of your life with that person. So if you do it right, you only got to do it once. So best of luck there, Brian. Good value on Nico. Yeah. Nico and Lamb both passed ADP. They're going to be tough to have on the same team. Brian says, thank you, Chris. Yeah. Herbert in the first round is burning cash. Yeah. I don't know why you would do that. But at least they're playing it straight up after that. So I think we're in good shape from getting cancellations. Let's look at the tight ends. So there goes Brown. I mean, Kyle Pitts, Brock Bauer. I really like Waller. He is pretty high on my list. Hampton's interesting. Gosh, running back gets bad, huh? That's the problem with this slate, is running back gets pretty thin pretty fast. I don't know this RJ Harvey managing rib injury. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought we didn't have a whole heck of a lot of information on that. So Brown goes, Dowdle goes. Is it worth here taking like Hampton, this Spartan operator? So Pitts goes. That probably would have been the pick. I don't know what y'all think here. I guess do we take Waller or do we just grab Dak? I'm gonna grab Waller. I'm pretty into the Waller stuff. Davis was making the point that Waller's like entire contract status is basically incentives. So he's like the one guy that's actually gonna care, and he matches the flow chart. So then the next question is do we grab Dak here? Do we trust the room or not? And it feels like we should be able to. The Pickens drafter already has Allen. Assuming CF Pitsy doesn't take him, I would rather him not take Brissett. Why did you take Dak? You of all people were not who I was worried about. All right. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So let's figure something else out. That was disappointing. I'll be upfront with y'all. That was disappointing. I guess we'll just take Hampton on the other side of this Dallas game. Play that as a little bit of a shootout. This is just stupidity. I don't know why you would do this. I don't care if it projects well. It's a 6-person BR. Like, get over yourself. You're not going to win with Dak with no parts of it, I don't think. Sorry. That's just annoying, because we had a GM start, and we assume people do rational things. Waller without Tua is no bueno. I think I don't know. You might be right. Maybe I just made a mistake myself there taking Waller. It could be the Quinn Ewers experience. We'll see. Honeymoon planned right after. People are asking, where are you going? You seem. I'm gonna guess Greece. I'm saying Brian the Goober's going to Greece. Nico at 14 seems like a gift. Yeah, that was a nice fall, and then we kind of squandered it. All I know is Waller and Rivers have 5 more years of NFL. Yeah, that is. We'll see. Berg backstack. Too late. It's too late. Greg, are they really gonna bench Tua? Oh yeah. You mean for the one hole? Yeah. All right. It sounds like they really might bench Tua. I don't know. The vibes are in shambles. Assuming rational thought, you aren't watching the news. I know. I have faith in humanity, Terrence. That's all that keeps me going. And then it gets shaken when I'm in these rooms. Let me just figure out who am I taking at quarterback? What's the plan? There's a few like weird options, right? I mean, we could do unstacked Brissett, which I don't really love. We could just do Stroud. I mean, Stroud Nico probably is the most logical thing, especially if we are going to say that they're going to do things through the running game. I would be sympathetic to unstacked Knicks. I would be sympathetic to unstacked Tyler Shuck. We've seen him run quite a bit, and we've seen the Jets defense just be god-awful. So I would not hate those moves. I think in this case, though, I am kind of relying on this Nico Eruption. We'll do a Stroud team, but I think it's not super cut and dry. All right, let's see. All right, we'll just grab Stroud. We'll wrap it up. So this team ends up being Stroud, Bijan, Hampton, CD Lamb, Nico Collins, and Darren Waller. We'll see if this guy actually takes Ferguson and pats himself on the back for building a stack. Harbin says, always trust the room. That way you can figure out what drafters to put on the list. He does take Ferguson, so there you go. Why bother? Yeah, I don't know. Taking Tua, maybe see what you have in Ewers. Who knows? Because we'll probably just draft another quarterback in the 5th round that you'll never hear from again. Waller's probably my biggest mistake this season. In what way? In not taking him, or in taking too much because he didn't do anything till the end? I'm curious there. I only have like one Waller team, and it's in like a little Dalmatian too. Hey, GM to you, Joel. Hope you're having a good one. Let's see. It's going to give me the location error, but I can try to hop in a Mitten. We'll try to do that. I think people like the playoff best ball stuff, so we can see. I'm probably going to have to do this on my phone. Yes. All right. Give me a second. We'll fire it up over there. All right, and we are waiting for 2. If anyone waiting for 1. So we are trying to fill this Mitten. If you want to get in, hop on in. Brian says, going to Florida for a mini moon for a few days. Then we're going to Europe, Italy, France, and Spain. Wow, everywhere but Greece. Hey, that's awesome, man. It is kind of nice to space it from the wedding. So I kind of let you like reset a little bit and have something to look forward to. So very cool there, Brian. That sounds like a ton of fun. Greg says, paying Tua all that money to bench him seems worthless. Pray you get a flash or talent into what you... Where are we going to move him? Where are we going to move him? The garage? I don't know, man. It's over. It's over. Go Easy Cards. Stroud. I love Stroud Nico this week. All right, there we go. You heard it from Go Easy Cards. He's in on it. He's in. I think Genty was a mistake, not because of him, but the team that went to it. Yeah. And the like coaching staff was pure nepotism. We all underestimated Pete Carroll risk. It was bad. 537 Waller shares advancing, 539 Waller shares advancing, 539 pods. Oh my God. That would be the funniest way to do pods. I'll take Puka here at the 1. I don't want to be underweight Puka. They have the highest Super Bowl odds. Yeah, there's a chance you don't get Stafford because it's so easy to, on the turn, double click them. But, we'll see what we get. Go Easy Cards. Awesome. Congrats. Yeah, agree. Congrats there. Night Fiend's a fan. Biggest news of the week is the QJ update. Yeah, because that's really going to impact the viability of the Gadsden stuff. I think Gadsden becomes pretty bad in 6 persons when if QJ's back. This is a Mitten, by the way, for those of you who may not know. So yeah, we're drafting a Mitten. We'll see what we can get. So far, a reasonable start. We got Mr. Vinegar here. We got Mr. Worth here as well. Greg says, sounds like we are going to see what we have in Ewers all offseason. And oh, God. Win Ewers, not great. Not great. Greg says, unless we scoop a Mac Jones. Man, this is probably, this is going to age like vinegar. I actually would take Mac Jones on this team. I think if we really are keeping McDaniel, which at this point I don't want, just because we were literally lollygagging around the field. Nobody gave a hoot. Like it was so bad. Like it just seems like the team just. I don't want to I don't know who made the decision to like not go into the hurry up, not run up to the line, not like do anything. That feels like it falls on McDaniel to me. But if we do keep him, I think Mac Jones can run the Shanahan scam system. So Devontae goes to this guy. Well, too bad for you. I'm taking Stafford. And do we want Stafford Nico or Stafford Harvey? The problem is this running back gets squirrely and we're not going to get Kyron. So maybe we play this through the Denver side. But then we could have 2 first-round buys, and that seems like you just lose. Well, maybe that's not a great way to play it. Maybe we assume the Seahawks win, and we play that because people might be scared to do it. But we'll take Nico here. I am a little concerned that, I don't even know if Woody Marks is going to be healthy by the time the playoffs come. He seems unable to maintain any health. We're literally saying things like Jawar Jordan. I don't know if Nick Chubb's ever coming back. He might be healthy. He might be someone we take. I don't know. It's a little wonky. Yeah, Tua talk is I'll be so happy when Tua talk is done. You were 7. Oh no, the dreaded overflow. We'll get you in the next one. Rams Super Bowl odds aren't right without Adams. I mean, I think Adams will be fine. I think he's gonna play in the playoffs. They just might shut him down up till then. Viability of Trey Harris in BBM. I think you're just hoping for a fluky touchdown or two. He just seems like one of those random guys you're hitting your lineups at this point. Chris says Tua hand size means he cannot play in cold weather effectively. Wasn't that the biggest knock on him at the gosh. Hand size Twitter. For those of you who remember the Alex Smith. The Alex Smith's hands are too small to play in the league wars. There's been just a lot of silliness in some of these things. In the ideal world, this guy won't take Blake Corum, but I feel like he's gonna take Blake Corum. He probably should take Ken Walker. Yeah, all right. So he's, a little bit of rationality. We will take Corum, so at least we'll have a running back there, and it probably makes sense for us to grab Woody Marks if we're going to build out the Houston side of things. So we'll take Corum. We'll take Marks. So we do now have a theoretical Houston Rams team constructed. So you got Puka, Stafford, Nico, Corum, and Marks. The 2-hole coherent stuff here. They got two Seahawks. They've got 2 Patriots, and they've got Adams. So if they build out the Patriots, maybe they take another Ram or 2, or they're taking 4 Pats. They can have some nice stuff going. The 3-hole, they got Allen and Shakir, and then some pieces on the NFC side. The 4-hole seems kind of hopeless. They've got 5 players from 5 teams through 5 rounds. I don't think they know what they're doing. Mr. Vinegar here, he's building the he's got the Broncos with Harvey, Knicks, and then some nice stuff. Cook, AJ Brown, Bucky. We'll see how he lands the plane, but at least he's got this kind of core of Knicks and Harvey. J-Dubs here, he gets Etienne, T-Law, a couple of Eagles, or 3 Eagles. So again, some coherent stuff coming here out of Mr. Dubs. We'll see. Curious to see who JT Vinegar takes. Looks like he got sniped on Sutton. That seems unlucky. I'm sure he would have. That was the original plan, and now it looks like he's pivoting potentially to the Chargers. So stay tuned there for how he lands his aircraft. All right, we're coming up soon. See, I got to catch up with chat. Greg says Mac Jones would be a dog in Miami. I would take it, man. I would take it at this point. Puka May seems harder to get. It is, yeah. I would have liked to do that, but May went right before. Oh no, I didn't do it. But Stafford was too much to pass up on. All right, let's go on the other side of the ball and do Lions stuff. If we're still gonna have Gibbs and Amon-Ra available, I'm willing to take that punt and see what we can get out of that. So we'll grab Gibbs, Amon-Ra. This team so far: Stafford, Corum, Marks, Gibbs, Puka, Nico, Amon-Ra. I mean, that feels pretty good if the Lions make the playoffs. If they don't, we were cooked. Man, JT Vinegar, I don't know if you were planning on taking Chargers, but you're having some real run bad here with your with Sutton getting sniped, then Hampton. So best of luck. This might just not be your draft. You do get Mike Evans, so it looks like now you might be pivoting to the Bucks, but dear God. J-Dub snap calls. He takes Jacoby Myers faster than you can say Jacoby Myers. So building out his Jag stuff makes sense there. He takes Stroud. Very interesting click. I don't know. I don't fully understand that, but you never know. People can do what they want. I don't get that pick, but I guess if you want a second quarterback, all of your other stacks were taken. There's just not a lot of Houston stuff left. All right, we'll take J-Mo and Goff because I don't want someone to take Goff. And now we have this gigantic Lion situation that will be, again, a little bit tough to get. So we'll be playing a Lions-Texans Super Bowl or a Rams-Texans Super Bowl. So I kind of like this team. I think this team, for a team you're building on December 17th, seems pretty good. Grab Bucky or another advanced rate running back. Yeah, I see this is why I got way behind in chat. So that is too. Purple Yosh, we were just talking about you before. Best of luck in your LM matchup. Huge congratulations on the advancement. We are pulling for you and Gunnar Ross. But thanks for coming in, hanging out. Chris says, yeah, congrats on the Eliminator success. Yes, you are getting sniped everywhere, Mr. Vinegar. Darren says, Rams are getting beat up going into the playoffs. Eagles have a cakewalk to go in on a... God. If anyone would step on the cake and slip right now, it would be the Eagles. But you never know. They did get to just play the Vegas, and so maybe they're turning things around. Eagles, Ravens are bust. I don't think the Ravens are going to make the playoffs. I think the Steelers are going to get in. I am taking Ravens stuff because, I think it's kind of coin flippy right now. But I don't know, man. I don't love it. So J-Dubs, he does get Stroud and Higgins as his bailout there, I guess, on the other side of some of the Eagles stuff. I just feel like you're going to run into Stroud teams with more than just Higgins. So but a lot of the other options were gone. So what can you do? Go easy card. Since I haven't drafted Detroit yet, had to take a Chicago backstack and DK dead on a run. Yeah, I haven't had to do Chicago backstacks, but they've definitely been considered. They've definitely been considered before. All right, what are we doing? What's our last piece? We could take one more Texan, or we could, as they say, Infinity Gauntlet. I think the Legendary Upside podcast kind of coined that one, where you just take 5 Lions or 5 of whomever, and then you just don't care who they play. I almost think we do that. I think we just take David Montgomery, and then we pretty much have the entire Detroit Lions team. Don't care who they play. If it's a Gibbs week, is it a Monty week? Is it Amon-Ra? Is it J-Mo? Don't care. All the better if they run into Houston, but we'll rock that. It seems kind of fun. So this team ends up being Stafford, Goff, Corum, Marks, Gibbs, Monty, and then Puka, Nico, Amon-Ra, and J-Mo. So a ton of firepower, assuming the Lions get into the playoffs. Let's see what Mr. Vinegar did. He went Knicks, Baker, and then Cooks, Harvey, Bucky. Some nice QB and RB rooms. AJ Brown, Ladd, Mike Evans, Igbuka, and Coleman. I mean, all things considered, with how badly some of the sniping happened, I feel like this team came together. And then J-Dubs. So he does T-Law and Stroud, Saquon, Travion, and Etienne. So Travion's kind of more just an advanced rate piece in this team. Devonta, Goddard, Jacoby Myers, Jaden Higgins, and Brenton Strange. So almost a full Jag situation. A couple of Texans, and then Eagles on the other side. The core of the Eagles minus AJ Brown. So makes sense. Yeah, Purple Joe says thanks. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Brent Wilson. Hey, GM to you. Appreciate you coming in. You know what? I didn't do my timestamps. I got to do them. The people love the timestamps. So give me a second. intro and BR1 and Mitten 1. All right. Let's do another Mitten. I'm going to do it on my phone, I think. So we'll hop into that. Waiting for 3 if anyone wants to get in. And we're at. Also, we're 30 minutes in. If you can drop a like, drop a sub. That would be fantastic. Helps keep the lights on. Yesterday, we hit a goal of ours, which was 300 views on a video. I haven't hit that yet. So huge thank you to all of you. Been trying to, up the viewership and the subscribers, and it's been absolutely awesome growing the channel. So thank you. I cannot wait to hit 400, and we'll go from there. But we'll keep on rocking these. We'll keep on doing these drafts all through this cold winter, and then into spring and summer, and we will just do it again. All right, so we got Mr. Vinegar, Mr. Worth, and Terrence T-Bear 81, the legend himself, in the room. We'll see what he can do. And I don't think I know the first two. Captain James, GM to you. Hope you're having a great morning. Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out here. Jake says, I heard advancing out of round 1 is the goal. That's what we do. Because this is it's $5 entry. And if you min cash, you get $3. So if your goal is to tax lost harvest $2 at a time, just min cash. Josh Allen goes at the 1. Let's see what comes to us. I don't have very many JSN teams because I just have a really hard time buying the Seahawks. We talked about this yesterday. The good part about the Seahawks is nobody fights you for it, and the bad part is then you have Seahawks. I don't know. I might just fade the Seahawks in the Mitten. We'll see. I don't know if I want to cover every base, and I think I'd rather just take CMC. So we'll do that. Worst case is I just love CMC as an advance rate kind of monster, but I like the Niners stuff myself. So Saquon goes at the 4. Early for Saquon, but he's pretty nice if you can build that Eagles stack, if that's where Mr. Worth or Mr. Vinegar is going for. If the Lions make it, who do they play? I do not know, Terrence. I should know this. I'm assuming things are still in flux enough, but I guess it's starting to crystallize to where you don't really want to stack 2 teams that play in round 1 because that's bad. I just don't want to. I think with 3 weeks left, that's still quite uncertain. That I'm leery of doing it. All right, so let's see. So Drake May just went. All right, let's grab Harvey. Let's grab Harvey on this team and see what we can see. I would have done a Drake May situation, but JT took Drake May. I like that. I mean, you get Saquon May. I think I see anything too out of the ordinary. Larson, he locks up Stafford. These two guys, I mean, and then the turn just rips off Devontae and Kyron opposite Josh Allen. So you got to think Larson was really hoping he would get another bit of that game. Let's see what the spillover effects. Leave my guys alone. Yeah, he takes Travion. Let's just grab Kittle. We'll grab Kittle. So we got CMC Kittle, which is nice. Even if we don't end up with Jennings, I do feel like there's worlds where, I'd like McCaffrey, Kittle, and Jennings. If I only get 2 out of those 3, there are worlds where that's what you need as well. So we'll see. Hartman says fading AJ Brown is sharp. He's only good when the Eagles lose. That is some mega mind stuff. Because if the Eagles lose, they're done. And if AJ Brown does well, but he could just be last year's Lad McConkey. Like that. That's absolutely possible. Number 7 again. We'll keep doing these. We got to keep doing them until you get in the room. Jake says, I need to start commenting after the show. It helps. It helps with the algo. It truly does. So I really appreciate all the post-stream comments. All right, Jacobs goes. I think I think we grab Sutton here. I think we grab Sutton. So now we've got CMC, Harvey, Kittle, Sutton. In the ideal world, we'll get Knicks. If not, we have eventualities. We'll see. You can't trust people. Naked Knicks could go. Assuming rational drafting has been pretty bad for me. Knicks does not go. I'd love to push him, but I don't think that's smart. So let's just take Knicks here. Again, it could be a little tough if Denver gets the first round bye, but we will be okay even if that happens. We will be okay. Purple Yosh meant to sub and show earlier, but I like well, barely woke up. Hey, I got you. Hey, appreciate you just coming by, Purple Yosh. You are definitely one of the people's champs. I know, everyone is rooting for you, and so absolute best of luck, Purple Yosh. Hartman says, how does it work for your taxes if you enter this year and the contest ends? My understanding, and this is not tax advice, but my understanding is it all matters, like when you pay in is for that year, and when you get paid out is for the next year. Like it doesn't net nicely. Hold on, let me make a pick. Let me take Jennings. So like if you enter a contest on December 31st, that's like the like loss, and if you make money on January 1st, that's the gain. Like they don't even out. Like they're independent tax years. Somebody could have explained that better, but it's not like as friendly as you'd think it is. All right, let's see. Do we take Knicks here? What's left in the AFC side? Yeah. Let's just grab Purdy. I kind of wanted an AFC quarterback, but the AFC stacks that are left are like absolutely dismal if you're not willing to do Lamar stuff, which maybe that should have been the move, but we will do that. Immediate snipe. I have it. You know what? I meant to pull the board up. I got Lions probably get Eagles or NFC North winner. Okay. Well, that would be good. I think that would be good for how I've been doing my builds. All right, what do we got here? I don't think Ricky Pearsall is ever playing football again. So do we want to do random? I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to take Bucky. You know what? Yeah. Do we want to do Bucky backstack or Chicago backstack? I think Bucky is a little more fun. Let's do Bucky. And then our we're going to assume Denver makes the Super Bowl in this world. And so then we're going to fill this out with another NFC team and hopefully end with a couple of Buccaneers, but we'll see. See what the room gives to us. There's enough receivers to where I think you can do this, even if someone snipes someone or two. So we'll do Bucky and Mike Evans on this team. Let's see how the room ends. We'll go over everyone's team. It sounds like Mr. Vinegar got sniped. Yeah, Joel says, I'm not a tax attorney, but it's based on when you realize your gain/loss. Joel says that makes sense. Thanks. Kyron, nice versus Buffalo D. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people doing double Rams running backs, and I think that's probably fine. ANT99, first of all, appreciate you coming in. My understanding is the taxes entry fees are on this year's totals, winning on next. Yeah, that's my understanding, and that was a much more coherent way to say that. Right on cue, double. There it is. There it is, the profit. Go AZ Cards. Hey, Cooley and Hoffman, appreciate you. Good morning to you. You're correct, chat. Yeah, definitely not an accountant, but I appreciate you guys understanding what I was saying. Kelly, good morning to you. Thanks for coming by. Yes, thanks for the advice. Definitely not advice. Definitely not advice. All right, let me make my last pick, which I think is going to be just taking Chris Godwin here. We'll wrap that up. So this team ends up being Bo Nix, Brock Purdy, CMC, RJ Harvey, Bucky Irving, George Kittle, Cortland Sutton, Juwan Jennings, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. So yeah, I don't mind this team. I think this came out pretty good. Go Easy Cards. Net from the year of transaction. If you win BBM and get paid 1 of 1, it's in the following year. Yep. Purple Yo. So Mercs, does it make sense to enter contests that don't pay out till next year if we're trying to let? See, this is that now we're in tax advice. Now we are in tax advice. But my understanding is theoretically yes. But again, that's my understanding as a non-accountant. I would say yes without diving into gambling tax law. Yeah. Tampa Bay, if they make it, great advancement fees. Yeah, I think so too. That's all I needed to hear. Purple Yosh now is just gonna like max enter some like basketball tournaments on, December 31st, just to try to lessen the Elim profits. You do get to carry forward your losses if this is yeah, Chris. There you go. So if you really get deep into the weeds, there are ways. But yeah, if you're making that much, it probably does make sense to get some professional help for sure. I think that's the best token there. Gillian says, you should try out the FFPC Playoff Challenge if you haven't already. Super fun contest. I have not delved into FFPC. I'm kind of scared of FFPC, but maybe next year. Maybe next year we'll hop in those streets. Yep, with you, Purple Yosh. Go Easy Cards. Remember, if your estimated taxes hit 10K, I believe you owe estimated. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm on to you, Purple Yosh. I'm on to you. All right, let's live in a world where we're just worried about the football side of things and not the government's cut. All right, so let's see what JT Binniger did. Drake May, CJ Stroud, Saquon Jacobs, and Ramondre. Okay. Nico, Diggs, Watson, Henry, and Schultz. So got a couple of AFC quarterbacks with some decent pieces on the other side. Wide receiver room slightly thin after Nico, but not the end of the world. I don't think this team is too bad. Certainly coherent. J-Dubs, Darnold, Goff, and then Cook, Ken Walker, Jahmyr Gibbs, JSN, Shakir, Amon-Ra, Coleman, and then a Dawson Knox from the clouds. I guess it makes sense if you are playing the Buffalo stuff. Yeah, I actually took Dawson Knox earlier today, but I think it was part of an Allen team. That said, Buffalo makes the Super Bowl. You get a low-owned piece of that, someone that does have a tendency to show up in the end zone. I don't mind the Dawson Knox click. And maybe a little unique not taking him on the Allen side of things. And then T-Bear. Oh my God, T-Bear. Jalen Hurts, Jordan Love, Lamar Jackson, one running back. D. Hember come early, my goodness. A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, Dallas Goedert, Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, and Zay Flowers. I'm having trouble even wrapping my head around the plan with 3 quarterbacks, 1 running back. T-Bear, you've done it again. T-Bear, you've done it again. You have absolutely baffled me. But hey, you know what? You never know. You never know. I just have real trouble with the 1 running back thing. But I guess if you hit the right matchups. All right, let's see. Yeah, crutches. The estimated thing's a scam. They tried to, it's so killer. It's so killer. Yeah. Harmon says about to make an LLC. Yeah. Dear God. Hope nobody in the Candleverse is in Arizona getting shut out of under. Yeah, that's kind of a big bummer. I really hope they can sort that out. Go Easy Cards. I guess the 1099s from Underdog. Oh God, I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is all going over my head. Mercs Cards 1099 will only include your winnings. You need to track your lot. Oh, Jesus Christ. If the website doesn't do it for you. You'll pay taxes and penalties if you don't send the IRS your money for the quarter. Again, consult. Yeah. So there you go. Yeesh. Now, BB Meat Gazer, the ultimate pod luck, avoiding Chad candles. We'll see. We will see. I don't know. My one BBM team is pretty mediocre. It's got 3 healthy running backs, so I'm threading a thin needle. And one of those healthy running backs is Ramondre. Yeah, look away, T-Rex. My God. I don't know how gambling survives for regular folks throwing it. Yeah, it's way more complicated than it needs to be. What up, Big Dog? Says, hey, PPR Tyler. First of all, appreciate you so much. I have 21 teams left, I think. Unfortunately, like 7 of those are in like little boards and little Dalmatians and just like absolutely pathetic stuff. So not as many higher dollar things as I had hoped, but you know, we'll see. But appreciate you so much, PPR Tyler. I think Typhel Tower tonight. If so, y'all should absolutely tune in to the type. And he has 22. You got me, PPR Tyler. You got me. But best of luck in those. Best of luck in your in your pods, and good luck today with the advancement to everybody. One running back was an accident. I was looking for Swift and said forget it. you just couldn't keep scrolling. I like the idea that you're just like whatever. I can't scroll past Byshell Tootin. Where is this guy? Did somebody take him actually? Yeah, somebody took Swift. Now there's your problem. Somebody took Swift. It was the one hole. The one hole with their random team just has one Chicago Bear. There you go. Crutches says, don't overthink the taxes. I get a $10.99 every year and never thought about them ahead of time. Just eat them. Just win enough, and then you say, whatever. I'll just pay what they tell me. I mean, honestly, like, brutal stuff. Brutal. Plan is Eagles and two. The plan is Eagles and 2 or 3 AFC teams. All right. Terrence, you lived to that plan. I will say that. Pulled that up. Hell yeah, Crutches, will do. Yeah, just figured. An easy noting, anyone that says to contact a professional is a cop. There we go. All right. Well, that's enough. That's probably enough tax talk. Let's hop into main BR. Actually, it's going to tell me location error. Speaking of cops. Speaking of the police. All right, let's see. I'm trying to hop in the main BR. Got to do it on my phone. 2 more. If anyone wants to if any non-cops want to get in. If you're a cop too, I guess you can run a battle royale. If you're like one of those, like, you know, the cool cop who just tells you to, like, you know, put out your cigarette or something. Doesn't write you a ticket. Go Easy Cards, 10 of my 23 advancing teams are in the Pom 3. Go Easy Cards, that's way too many teams in the Pomeranian 3. Feds in the chat. Yeah, not great. Thanks, Easy. Yeah, there we go. Crutches. Well, look, Crutches, I had to change. We were in playoff best ball, and all of a sudden everyone's worried about taxes, and I think it's because that contest doesn't pay out till next year. So I just kind of tried to reset everything. We'll do a Mitten next. Go Easy. And I wish I could say Gauntlet, but it's just too expensive at 25 a pop. We're sticking with Mittens. I'd love to be able to max it, but the Gauntlet is just is a little bit brutal. Greg says you're trying to get into some. Yeah, this is not a tax nor tax fraud channel. Dear God. Let me update the timestamps though. I'm gonna not put that it's tax talk. That's something just for the live viewers. They can sort that out. All right, BR2. I mean, aren't people really here for this scintillating week 15 slate when everyone's way more interested in their best ball stuff? Whoever's left in the Rottweiler Superflex is done. So yeah, all my Superflex stuff is dead. Despite consuming all of your Superflex content, PPR Tyler, I fell short. So I don't know where I send my refund request, but my teams didn't get there. I'm not above it. Generally playoff best ball. Yeah, all right. So as long as you're okay with Mittens, then we're good. If I could choose to have been in BBM, but I hand drafted though. Oh, you hand drafted? Yeah, I did better in my just rip. I'll take Gibbs here at the 4. My like little Dalmatians, I auto the entire thing, and I have like the best advance rate of any of my stuff. So maybe there's a lesson in that. Chris says, go easy cards. 5 of my 15 are in the little Dalmatian. Yeah. You're all gonna, yeah, that's the thing, Jackson Dart. If you don't win, you're good. It's at least until next year. Rodney Frazo 307. Hey, good morning to you. When do we get paid out if we did it in advance? Oh, yeah, that's rough. I mean, you should have gotten something last week for those teams that did at least make it to the quarterfinals. Yeah, brutal stuff. You're up 7 stuffs from yesterday. The tax stuff is working. Oh God. Yeah, well, I should get an accountant on that channel. It'd be the most viewed show. All right, we got Gibbs here. I don't love Josh Allen this week, so thank you, J-Dubs, for taking him, so I'm not tempted. I'll just grab Cook on the other side of that. We'll pull the board up. We got Go Easy cards here at the 1. We got Mr. Worth at the 5. Last week, Rodney. Yeah, exactly. Didn't advance a single one of my 27 puppy superflex teams. Well, you gotta do more next year, PPR Tyler. We got to get those numbers up as one of the premier superflex streamers. We got to get that number up. Hartman, this channel isn't okay with tax. Yeah, what do you? We don't want to get demonetized. Sure, this channel's not even monetized, but we don't want to get preemptively demonetized. Hartman, I advanced some superflex teams. Shout out PPR. Yeah, there you go. Hartman, crediting where credit is due to PPR Tyler. Absolutely. Hartman is back. He's one of the fans of the PPR Tyler content. 1099s are those reserved for drafting Philadelphia, Baltimore playoff best ball. Well, you and T-Bear, go AZ cards. You guys are going to be, you guys can form an LLC together, perhaps with your playoff best ball winnings. All right, we got JMO. JMO goes. We got Gibbs and Cook. What do we want to do? I don't really like the pick and stuff all that much. Let's take Mike Evans. I think he only needs like 350 yards a game, and he can break his he can keep his streak of 1,000-yard season. So maybe they try to get him that. But in all seriousness, I do like Mike Evans this week. I think that's kind of a fun click. Let's see where we go as far as tight end. Do we want Bowers? Bowers is pretty thin, but we'll see. We'll see if we get there. I'll pull the board up. People can see what's going on. The dog bowl was a business trip, right? Yeah. Expense the whole thing. We actually came out losing from that. We didn't, but still. PPR Tyler is probably my pod where I thought drafting a bunch of Tua was a great idea. Yeah. Not great. Not great. Crutches says, probably a good thing. Actually, I should be working at my day job. I try to push drafts until afternoon, ideally. Well, hopefully you can stick around because we will be doing a mitten after this. We haven't even really been able to talk about what's going on here. Go Easy Cards. He goes Bijan, Bucky, Olave. Nice start there from Go Easy Cards. We went Gibbs, Cook, and Mike Evans. So same structure, different core. I kind of have a fancy play I'm considering, but it was more in honor. You know what? No, we'll do the fancy play. All right, let's grab Brock Bowers here. If McBride can take advantage of Houston's defense, surely Brock Bowers can with his quarterback situation. Probably not, but we'll take Bowers here. We will hope they want to right the ship or at least get something going moving on into next year. Chris says, if I'm drafting Superflex, it means I sub to the sidekick, which means I binked something big enough to afford it. Yeah, depending on how this goes, we might have to capitulate to big sidekick. I don't know. This season has not... advance rates have not been what they were. Last year, we had 5 semis teams. This year, only 1 in BBM, which is a little disappointing, but hopefully it's the one. Last year, I only had 1 big board team in the semis, and it made the finals. So hopefully this one is that good. All right, PPR Tyler, if you're still here, we're gonna go into the depths. We're gonna be the only Jalen Coker team in this. Sure, Jalen Coker probably more of a 12-person team. I don't think we're gonna do a lot of goal line stands this week, but that one's for you. We'll take Jalen Coker opposite Mike Evans. Only question is, do we want Baker or do we want to do Bryce Young and say this is one of those wacky Bryce Young teams? I think that's going to be the plan, assuming Paulie doesn't take unstacked Bryce Young. Go AZ Cards has good news. Is week 16 is so hard to advance, so no need for me. Yeah. What do you mean you have a Coker Young team? Get out of here. Get out of here with that. Well, I guess I'm not as original as I thought. But this is probably bad, but we'll rock one. I do like Coker over on the other site. I think he's 4,400 on DK. I think you could do worse than that. He came on late last year. It seems like it's kind of trending that way a little bit. So we'll grab Coker and Bryce Young. Bryce Young, I mean, you got to go deep into your bag to take Bryce Young here. So we'll grab that. It's going to be super duper low owned. It'll be me and Go AZ Cards at the top. So this team ends up being Gibbs, Cook, Mike Evans, Brock Bowers, Jalen Coker, and Bryce Young. J-Dubs, he goes Jamar Chase, Josh Allen, Chase Brown, Hampton, Waller, and Tet McMillan. So taking the other side of Carolina. Let's see how Go AZ Cards lands his plane. He needs a tight end. He's got Bijan, Bucky, Olave, Sutton, Nick. So a very coherent team. Curious to see who his tight end pick is on this one. Darnold Shaheed for all the money on Thursday Night Football. I hope so, man, because my surviving BBM team has Shaheed. So I'd love to see that. He takes Fannin. So yeah, I like the Fannin bet this week. So funny how it turns into a double NFL long season for sorry, I'm not quite following what you're referring to. But it is funny to me how BBM is like, round one is 14 weeks, and then they matter, every week is like equally important. It is a little crazy how backloaded the contest ends up being. Like, oh, trades, gotcha. Sorry, that was my twin trolling Charles. I missed that. People will regret passing on Terrence back in the bit. All right, I'm gonna hop into a Mitten. Maybe Terrence will get in, and if he does, we know where he's going. Eagles and Ravens. He's doing the bird theme. Oh my gosh. I can't even get my phone to work now. This is big struggles here. Maybe we can get back to tax talk while I try to figure this out. All right, there we go. All right, waiting for 3. If anyone wants to hop into a Mitten, waiting for 2. We'll update the timestamp. Also, we're almost an hour in. If you can like and sub, that'd be fantastic. We are on the road to 400 subs. We are we're growing. We're growing. It's been awesome. Looks like we picked up a sub today, which is pretty sweet. It's always the goal, and eventually we will get there. Saint Shaheed turns into Seattle double stack. Yeah, and over on the Saints side, Vele getting hurt could be bringing our Juwan Johnson bags back to life just a touch. So we'll see there, because I don't know if it's Mason Tipton season. It could just be more Olave. Be interested to see, if they lose Devin Neal and Vele, it could end up being kind of a concentrated team. A little bit of interest in that. So obviously stay tuned to injury reports there. Was definitely surprised that Shaheed ended up going to Seattle, though. I took a lot of Shaheed this year. My one BBM team has Shaheed and Slayton, who were 2 of my late round slate breaker picks. So I definitely need one of them to go off. Ravens may be the mistake, but Eagles and someone. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you can do. If the Ravens don't make it, then they're dead. But if they do, getting like free Lamar Jacksons seems good. T-Bear Philly, my preferred turn team. There you go. So Crutches, he takes Puka at the 1. I'll just grab Josh Allen. Won't do anything too fancy. We'll pull up the board. So we got Crutches in here. Myself at the 2, Mr. Worth at the 4, and Go AZ Cards at the 6. So we'll see what happens here. Merck's Cards notes that Rico is close to some incentives, needs like 113 more total yards. Yes, the incentive threads are coming. So, I normally think of that more in week 17 and 18, but I do suppose it is important to start considering those. Yeah, good shout out from Merck's Cards there, says Greg. Do we think it matters as much with the team actively in contention? That's always the question, and I think a lot of it comes down to the coaches also. Some coaches, and I feel like I should keep track of this, some coaches are like hyper aware of those, and if they're out of contention, we'll just like try to get them, and other coaches just seem like they're just like, we're going to play our game, and if it happens, like it happens. Yeah, it's that time of year. Is the team going? Yeah. Winning still the biggest priority for Carolina. That is the issue. Carolina is still in contention. The good news, though, is it does seem like if they want to win, Rico Dowdle is probably their best. It's probably their best path to do so, other than hopefully Jalen Coker. All right, so we got Josh Allen. What do we want to do? What does JD do? What does JD do? Let's see. He takes Kyron. So I don't think I want to fight over Rams scraps. What do we want to do? You know what? I think we're going to get a little squirrely. We've got Allen. I'm going to take Allen and then Etienne. I kind of have concepts of a plan. I kind of want to lock up the Jags stuff first. I don't love Khalil Shakir. I mean, my God. Taking him in the second round feels so bad. I'm going to pass on that. So Crutches, he goes on the Houston side of the universe there. And then I'm going to take Kincaid over Shakir. There's a chance Kincaid would come back to me, but I don't know. I think Kincaid will be healthy by the playoffs. I guess Shakir is fine. I mean, maybe that's a little galaxy brain, but again, that's more my take on this. So we got Allen, Etienne, and Kincaid. So we're going to build Jacksonville, Buffalo, or at least that's what we're going to try to do to start out with. Greg asking any other incentive targets in the chat, preferably on dead teams. We were talking about the Waller stuff earlier. I don't know exactly what they are, but I know Davis was bringing that up, and it does seem like a good shout. Although with Quinn Ewers, you could have all the incentives in the world, and it might be not happening. So we'll see. We'll see if it's Tua or Ewers or even Wilson. I hope it's Ewers. Crutcher says it's Tua, all caps. Trust. Oof, I hope so. I hope so just because I have a lot of Waller stuff, but as a Dolphins fan, yeesh. All right, looking at what's going on, we've got Crutches. Go Easy Cards. He's going with the Philly and the Patriots. J-Dubs. He's got 4 teams through 4 rounds, so a little more helter-skelter. He picks up Hurts on the NFC side as a quarterback. He's got Cooks and Hendo on the Jesus Christ. He's got players. I can't even talk. All right, let's see. Shakir does come back to us. All right, let's just grab that. I think it's getting a little fancy to pass on Khalil Shakir at this point. So we'll take Allen and Shakir. And then what do we want to do? I feel like I've got concepts of a plan. Let's see what Crutches does for his team. He's got Stafford, Puka, and Nico. He takes Woody Marks. Makes sense with the Collins pick. Where does he go from there? And then Jacoby Myers. So I did consider taking Myers or BTJ here. The other question is, all right, let's grab another running back. We'll do Jahmyr Gibbs, and then we'll play Detroit on the NFC side. At least we'll go into that, seeing if we can get that. All right, We'll pull the board back up. We got Allen, Etienne, Kincaid, Shakir, and Gibbs. We'll see what the room hands to us. Merck's cards. Tampa Bay is bad against running backs, so it could be a perfect storm for Rico. Yeah, it's funny because we went in saying how good Tampa Bay was against running backs, and that's like seems to all have been kind of unglued. Greg says, I think there's always a coach on staff that's aware position coaches are players. You gotta hope so. Crutches says there's honestly zero reason to bench. Whole offense was terrible at 78 and warm. It's not like they can move off to a contract wise. Yeah, and that's a fair point. I mean, they have made their bed. They made their bed, so it's almost like, what's the point of? I mean, I would just say, like, to know what you've got in the other guys. Like, are they worth developing, or do we need to take another quarterback in the draft? Obviously, you know, we'll see how much draft capital they invest. It's kind of a bad QB class, but you know, they probably know what they have in Quinn Ewers, and it's not a whole heck of a lot. Greg says, better be. I advanced too many Tua teams. Yeah, I think Tua was like my highest drafted quarterback. And I think the teams are all basically dead. He was my highest drafted. Going into the playoffs in BBM, he was my highest drafted. So, what does Crutches have? All right, we'll take BTJ because we do have Etienne. And then ideally we take T-Law, but if T-Law goes, which he might, because Crutches has Myers, we will pivot. We'll see what happens here. We will see what happens here. Crutches takes Jennings. And we wait to see who goes next. We continue to wait as the clock winds. Good stuff. But we'll see. We can pivot. We can probably take Goff. I did want both of my quarterbacks on the AFC side, but we'll see what the room gives to us. But Stroud makes sense, of course, with Nico and Marks there. Let's see. J-Dubs. The sampler continues. So he does get Devonta Smith with Hurts at least. Picks up Blake Corum with Devontae Adams and adds Jalen. This does appear to be the $3. Give me my $3 back, but we'll see. Go easy cards. He's got Saquon, Drake May, AJ Brown, Diggs, Goddard, Henry, Bucky, and Booty. So, yeah, unfortunately, doesn't end up with Travion. Where does Travion go? I'm like, oh, Travion went at 16. So we didn't get Travion back, which would have been nice for him. We'll see what the room gives to us over here. I'm just going to grab JMO here on the assumption that Crutches does not take 3 quarterbacks, but we will see. Don't think that's generally recommended, but you know, you never know. I could always pivot to Goff if I have to. Merck's cards. McDaniel said the same thing 2 to 3 weeks ago and just stuck with Tua. If anything, he needs to keep the blame on Tua. Yeah, Tua's just his sacrificial lamb. If he actually sacrifices him, then he's pretty stuck. That's 4D McDaniel thinking. I think he's super soft and Tua will just capitulate. Yeah. We will see. We'll see. Crutches takes Tootin. That's probably a good pick, actually. Tootin's kind of a forgotten man in this stuff because of the injury, but he's supposed to be back for the playoffs. And then Ricky Pearsall. We'll just take Trevor Lawrence here. So now we've got two good Super Bowls. We've got Buffalo against Detroit, and we've got Jacksonville against Detroit. So we got Allen and T-Law, running backs of Etienne and Gibbs, wide receiver room of Kincaid, Shakir, BTJ, Amon-Ra, and Jameson Williams. We'll see how we land the plane with our last pick, but so far so good. Like the team. I like how it came out. Don't think there's anything super noteworthy on any other teams. Just thinking about it, probably want one more running back. Who would that be? we right now we have 3 Bills. I mean, Montgomery does make a certain amount of sense. I think if we're going to play it through there, Tootin would have made a little sense. We could take like Ty Johnson, of course. I'd almost rather just take Monty because this requires Detroit to be in the Super Bowl, and that gives us another out. I think that's how we're going to do it. I just see that more likely to hit my lineup in this particular run out than Ty Johnson. It might be different if I had 4 Bills already and that just made a 5th and just guaranteed Bills can play anyone, but we don't. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. If he goes, then we just take Ty Johnson or Ray Davis and call it a day there. See what JD does here. He thinks about it. He's got Purdy and Love, so he's built out some nice Niners and Packers stuff with Chargers on the other end of things. Kyron a little out of place on this team, but he took him early, just didn't fall his way there. We'll just grab Montgomery. We'll see how Crutches ends his team. We'll go over all the teams in the room, and then we'll hop in another Mitten, and then we'll probably call it there. But that was an incoherent mess. All right, J-Dubs, what did you do? Cook, Devontae Adams, Travion Henderson, Jalen Hurts, Devonta Smith. But you know what? Let me review it this way. It's a lot easier. Hurts and Herbert. All right. Cook, Travion, Corum, Devontae Adams, Devonta Smith, Jaden Reed, Jahan Dotson, Keon Coleman. It's a little bit of an incoherent mess, I have to say. But, they're all individually good plays. I'm having a little trouble processing exactly what your Super Bowl outs are, or if there even is one. I'm sure there is somewhere. I actually don't know. Can you even make a Super Bowl out of this team? I don't know. It's close. There's a lot of players. This could be a $3 team. All right, go easy cards. What'd you do? 1, 2, 7. Drake May, Saquon, and Bucky. So just, Drake May leads the way, and then Saquon, Bucky, and a ton of wide receivers. AJ Brown, Steph Diggs, Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry, Kayshon Boutte, Mike Evans, and Mac Hollins. So you went with the Pats must play the Eagles or Bucks because you don't have a Pats running back, but you have 5 Pats in total. So a absolute Patriots onslaught on this team, but requiring one of these two. So makes a certain amount of sense. I don't mind that. Let's see what Crutches did with his team. He goes Stafford and Stroud. So Stafford might get the bye, so it makes sense to take someone like a Stroud. Woody Marks, Byshell Tootin. So again, he's got the Rams, his 2 running backs. So it's going to be Rams versus Houston or Jacksonville, or it's going to be Houston versus the Niners. Yes, he has Houston versus the Niners as well. And then Puka, Nico, Jacoby Myers, Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, Colby Parkinson. Like the Colby Parkinson shout, it does seem like Colby Parkinson, one of the bigger beneficiaries. If Adams misses time, it does seem like they were leaning on their tight ends quite a bit. Colby Parkinson, the biggest beneficiary of that. So I like the team there. I like the Colby Parkinson click, especially with how low owned he's going to be. So it makes sense. It's kind of hard to get different with Stafford teams, but I think that's a good shout there. This is why you don't go best player available. Yes, you should not do that in playoff best ball. Hey, Gunnar Ross, no apology necessary. When you're in the final, what are you, final 12 of the eliminator, then you don't need to apologize to anyone. But best of luck to you, Gunnar Ross. Is it the final 6? I don't know. But anyway, you and Purple Yosh. Yeah, 6. Crazy stuff, Gunnar Ross. Huge congratulations to you. We are all pulling for you and Purple Yosh here. Joel says, Eagles, Bills, full house with the Jahan Dotson kicker. Man, crazy stuff. Insane off of 7 drafts. God. I mean, people were maxing it and were out after like week 7 or 8. And to get there with 7, that is awesome. That is, I think your team, wasn't your team a Pitt's team? If I'm not mistaken. Crazy stuff. Yeah, semifinals. All right, let me hop into one last Mitten. I got to hop on my phone. I'm trying to do it now. Oh, no. 115 was out after week 6. You wasn't your strategy, if I'm not mistaken. It snap failed. Oh, and Davis is in the room. So there we go. We got Davis in this room at the 4. So apologies. Sometimes these snap fail. There's not much you can do. I think, Crutches, if I'm not mistaken, were you like week 5 buy, or was that for the big elim? I think I'm actually thinking of the big eliminator. That was your strategy there, was to load up on that early buy. So scratch that. Don't say that part. It makes it look like it's no. If anything, I feel like getting there you handcrafted these like some kind of, guildsman, craftsman of yore. Like you didn't just spam out a ton of lineups. I don't think it makes it look like luck at all. But the tax, I thought we were done with the tax stack. Coach just says, no, it was a big eliminator, 5, 9, and 12, the easiest weeks. Yeah, I think that's actually was very sharp. And I don't think that was something most people considered in the big elims, was the variance in what the easy rounds were. So, yeah, I guess the regular eliminator, it was all the same. R King A, lay the house RM, GM to you. Appreciate you so much for coming in, hanging out. One of the good ones. Great follow if you're into placing the occasional wager. Lay the house RM does some good stuff on Twitter. Just ran incredibly bad in a limb. 60% JJMC, 40% Devontae. And week 1 was like his only bad week. Yeah. And then JJ, and then you got 9'd. I was very excited about him coming into the season. I thought that might be fun, and it was whatever the opposite of fun is. All right, so Saquon goes. So we can't do the Cook Saquon bit, which I think is pretty popular. Let's just grab Drake May and Travion here. Just lock this up. And now if I don't, you can get late Booty or late Hunter Henry. There's some pieces you can get on the Drake May stuff. That way I'm not fighting over the same stuff everyone's fighting over as far as Rams, Eagles, and Bills. We'll carve out our own line. Gunnar Rosh can't wait to 150 and be out by week 6. Yeah. I middled it. I did like 49 or something like that. And I was out week 9 or week 10. I made enough to I think I literally was off by $20 on breaking even one way or the other. However I did it. It was stupid. I should have either maxed it or done like what Gunnar Ross did and only play a couple. I would not recommend kind of half-assing it. Crutches says, I was just drafting McVay, Shanny Tree quarterbacks in the hundreds. I think it was overall good, but alas, Purdy hurt, JJMC hurt dead, and T-Law came too late. Yeah, the Purdy injury was kind of the silent killer. Purdy and Kittle going down. I was pretty into them. I know that derailed a whole bunch of good-looking stuff. So in this room, we've got the 2-hole kind of mucking it up. Excuse me. Goes Josh Allen, Kyron, and Stafford. So takes 2 of the elite QBs. Armadillo, don't know why you take Puka Adams and then not Stafford. That feels like going super mega mind and then take another NFC thing. I don't fully understand that. So where does that leave us? Do we just take Steph Diggs? I'm not super duper into Steph Diggs, but I do think it makes sense. We'll grab that, and then Sorry, yeah, this is scintillating stuff. I'm just not sure what I want to do on the NFC side of the ball now. I don't think I love just like Devonta Smith by himself. I hate leaning on the Detroit thing, but you guys are gonna watch me do the same bit again. We'll take Jahmyr Gibbs and we'll just do Pats Lions. I feel like I need a new angle, but I didn't quite know what that was. RJ Harvey was gone, or I might have considered doing like Knicks and Harvey and then trying to stack the NFC side, having May and Knicks. I don't know. It gets a little it's a little tough sometimes. It's a little tough sometimes trying to figure out exactly who you want on the other side of your Pats stacks. Brian says the Goobers have a pretty fun BBM advance rate. 2 teams in the semis despite only doing 12 streams. My goodness, 2 of 12 is awesome. 2 of 12 is fantastic. Congratulations there. That's fun. Definitely hope you guys get a finals team through. Who Ames says, sup fam. Hey, Who Ames. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for coming in, hanging out. Best of luck in your advance pod advancement Wednesday. So for some reason, Davis takes Hunter Henry. Thanks, Davis. All right, so there went that. I guess we'll grab Amon-Ra. We'll continue to lay claim to that. Still not sure what our next team is going to be. Opposite Drake May. Yeah, let's take Amon-Ra. I mean, I was hoping to do Amon-Ra and Hunter Henry, but that went. So we'll do Amon-Ra, Ramondre. We'll take another. We'll just lock up the whole backfield in New England. We now have 3. We have 4 Patriots. So if I did add like a booty, then that does make it so the Patriots can play anybody. If the Patriots get the 1 seed, we're probably in some trouble, but that's okay. Davis, he's kind of got a Niners super stack. He's got Jennings, Purdy, Kittle, and McCaffrey. And then his Super Bowl opponents are Buffalo and now New England. So he grabs that. Pull the board. I meant to keep the board up here. Daxon says, my best remaining team, not many left. It's a hilarious 3 running back team that I drafted to try to prove a point that the structure was bad. CMC, JT, Jacobs, McBride. My God, it's an absolute wagon. Yeah, Brian wins again. I don't really understand it, but it seems to happen, which is the opposite of Gumby. Poor Gumby. My goodness, he just can't catch a break, while Brian just soaks up all the luck. You really hate to see it, folks. You hate to see it, but you know what? They'll be back streaming soon, and hopefully some of that luck can transfer over and even out. The sidekick took Hunter Henry. Well, that's good. I can blame the machines for all my woes. Daxon, I'm geeking. That's a sick team. My team only has 3 running backs left, but they're not as good. CMC, Swift, and Ramondre. Sounds a little like a rip, but we'll see. Let's grab JMO. Let's grab JMO here, and I might take Booty now because I don't know what the sidekick's gonna do. I don't trust it. The machines are taking over. The only question though is, do I want a I think I'm actually gonna do JMO Swift. That might be bad. I'm just trying to figure out a sort of unclaimed another NFC opponent for the Drake May stuff. But let's do that. Let's grab Swift there. You know what? I was gonna take Booty. Oh, I should have taken Booty because someone's gonna take him. Davis's machine is gonna take Booty. Oh, this is annoying. This is so annoying. I don't know what I was doing. I meant to take JMO and Booty, and I overthought it. That's my own fault. So this kind of sucks. I've kind of hung myself here, but maybe it's okay. We'll just do 4 Patriots, and then we need to pick up some wide receivers that might be more on the advanced rate side of the universe. So that was my own doing there. Brian says, if you do New England stuff, I would consider mixing in Hollins. Still mows the most routes and is hardly drafted. You know what, Brian? Maybe we will. Maybe this is a Mac Hollins team. Insect Friction asks, on a New England stack, how do you feel about going Kyle Williams over Mac Hollins, Pop Douglas? Oh, man. I don't know. I just told Brian I would take Hollins, and then you throw this monkey wrench in there. So I don't know. It does feel like the playoffs are not necessarily the time that like Kyle Williams comes to life. It feels like if that's going to happen, it kind of would have happened by now. So I think I'm out on that, but I'm definitely open to I'm open to being swayed. As you see, I'm easily swayed by the last thing I read. Jackson says, too bad it's just a palm tree and a team whose BBM I'd be super excited. Well, hey man, getting any final sweat is exciting. Getting any finals team is pretty sweet. So best of luck there. Hey, Ray Zandy 33, famously advancing 9 teams. Hey, congrats, Ray. That is awesome. Best of luck. Love to see you get one of, maybe 2 of them through to the finals. But good luck, Ray. What's up, everyone? Chad, happy I got a chance to tune in. Well, appreciate you so much, Ray. Again, best of luck and congrats on the 9 teams moving through. Pittsburgh, says Kelly. Oh my goodness. Well, Kelly versus T-Bear, the battle we all need, because T-Bear famously big on the Ravens. Nobody taking. I don't think I've ever seen anyone take a Steeler. My issue with that is I don't think they're going to get very expensive, even if they do make it. So, like, I like drafting the Lions now because they're going to get expensive. If Pittsburgh is, in over the Ravens, I don't think you're going to have to pay for them anyway. So that's my only hesitation on that, is it feels like there's only downside versus the other teams that could rise up when their system when it crystallizes there. All right, we'll put Mac Hollins in the queue, even though this guy took Booty, so you never know. He could take Hollins. And then, if we're going to take Swift, it might make sense to take a Bear. So who do we want? DJ Moore, Romo. The foot thing is scaring the heck out of me on Romo Dunze. I got to be honest. I'm going to take DJ Moore. The market seems to kind of agree, although they're pretty much neck and neck. No one's taking Bears, but we did just take DeAndre Swift. So let's do Mac Hollins and DJ Moore. So this is a 1 QB team. Drake May, Travion Henderson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Ramondre, and Swift. Wide receiver room of Diggs, Amon-Ra, Jamo, Hollins, and Moore. So this wide receiver room really stinks. This is going to need a lot of help from the Lions. Diggs is so hit or miss. I mean, this is a Drake May team, so we're going to need some passing stuff to happen. So hopefully that's Diggs or Hollins, but this team feels a little thin. Let's see what Davis put together. So he goes Purdy, Lamar. I think it's going to change when this person drafts. Purdy, Lamar, and then CMC, Cook, Henry, Kittle, Hunter Henry, Juwan Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, and Zay Flowers, I believe that was at the end. So it makes a certain amount of sense. I still don't get the Hunter Henry pick. I know this team has, 5 Niners, so it's like Niners versus everyone. It's just so hard for me to envision like the Niners play the Patriots and the only piece that hits on the Pat side is Hunter Henry. But hey, the machines and the Sims know all. So who am I to argue? Chris says, one of my BBMs only A-Chain, Kyron, Travion. Another is only Bijan, JT, and Tyrone Tracy. Both had injuries to get down to. I mean, I think most teams are going to be in that boat where they're super banged up. But having Bijan, JT, Tracy, that's pretty good, man. I would not be mad about that. I'd be pretty happy. And Travion, obviously, he was on my team that scored 178 and lost. I think it was like Travion and Harvey. It was like kind of a fun ascending team. So bummer to lose that. But Chris, best of luck there moving that one through. But everyone, this was awesome. Super fun stream. If you can, drop a like, drop a sub. We'll be on tomorrow. We'll run more playoff best ball. I think the people like those. We might mix in a beer or two just to keep people guessing. because people do like the slate specific stuff. But again, it's been awesome. Jake Vinegar is counting on Brashard Smith and Dylan Sampson. Jake, this is the hand on shoulder meme. It's not looking great there. It's not looking great. Ray says, last year was my first year doing playoffs, and I remember you needed Nico and Mixon to advance. Yeah, Nico, Mixon, and the Ladd McConkey. The Ladd McConkey breakout just carried a lot of dead teams forward. That was the thing about the Ladd stuff is it put a lot of zombie teams into the next round because they lost, but he was so good. Hey, great stream chat. Hey, Purple Yosh, appreciate the kind words so much. And again, as we've said many times, best of luck to you this week. James Cook, yep. James Cook, him too. Likewise, Gunnar Ross on the best of luck. Final 6, my gosh. Hit the like on your way out. Appreciate you so much. Jaden at QB, yeah. It was a weird year. It was a weird year with teams losing and then but being who you needed. So again, appreciate all of you so much. I'll see y'all tomorrow. If you can leave a comment after too, that helps the algo so much. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Take care.